baton to the next guy will happen more often. Till very recently, the most exits were dependent upon the IPO, and the public markets are shut, then the exits are not there. But more and more we are seeing a trend whereby as the more and more private equity players are there in the market, that we are able to move and exit to another private equity person or to a strategic or seek a foreigner to come in and get into the company.
Yeah, but it's not only about value, current value, about Excel sheets. It's also about basic entrepreneurship, which you do and you expect the people you invest into to do. As Steve Jobs said, I mean, it's about intuitive intelligence. So there is a quotient which is non-financial, which you have to take into account, which perhaps is a tricky part. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think the whole goal of our industry is that since we're risk capital, we have to attempt to earn that alpha over and above the general returns that, that one can earn in different asset classes. And one way that the Indian private equity industry is learning and evolving in that aspect is becoming much more value-added investors, working very closely with the companies. And as long as Indian private equity houses can learn that effectively and become better at adding value to the company, we will hopefully continue to keep striving for that alpha over and above the normal public market returns.
All right, now we're running out of time. Let me just ask one question as a generic question to everybody out here in the panel. Renuka, starting with you. If there's one thing that you want to change in the way this industry functions right now, what would that be?
I would want the government to provide complete clarity with respect to taxation.
India is not a financial hub in the world today. A rock called Mauritius is. I do not see any reason why India cannot become a financial hub. So I think we've got to have a larger goal, right, where all these parameters about regulation, predictability, and a lot of other things have to pool into place and make India a financial hub.
I'll echo the similar sentiments by saying that it's the mindset of the government of India that they need to think or resolve that India should be the financial hub, not a Singapore, not a Dubai, or not a Mauritius. And India has all the ingredients to make it happen.
If I get all that, I'd be very happy.
Very happy, all right. What about you, Ashley?
I just add financial discipline.
Discipline, all right.
I think we have to engage, given the governance and policy structures that we have in this country, as an industry body, we have to engage very consistently with the policymakers and regulators. That's when you get the desired change and appreciation for this assets.
I think just finally, to have the government create a more enabling framework to allow private capital to come in and to function more freely.
All right, so policy, predictability, rupee capital, infrastructure, India is an attractive destination, financial discipline, regulation, and to rise, what did you say?
Just a more enabling environment.
More enabling environments. Well, those are the various words that you've heard today evening. Perhaps that's something that we have to think about. 60 billion, 10 years, 3,000 deals. All said and done, it's something that we have to deal with. Some say it's just a beginning, and some say there's lots to come. Whatever you say, the fact of the matter remains that this space is something that we all have to, at some point of time, venture out into. So watch this space and watch out for it. Thank you very much.